Okay, we're back again with another action-packed edition of Sports this morning. We're reaching you live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okunakpan.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Cecilia Amogbe.
Good morning. It's great to have you join us again. I'm Tayo Salam.
Okay, let's get started with the show. Super Eagles today, of course, they will be starting the very first game. That's against Niger Republic, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. That is Nigeria's opening Group C match.
So that's right. It's show time for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, the 2016 African Nations Championship. Okay, let's leave the Super Eagles now and play some tennis. It's time to focus for Team Nigeria after dominating the West and Central African qualifiers. Remember, the main championships will serve off in South Africa in March. Can the team go there and impress? Time to focus.
Yeah, it's time to focus, Austin. And like I said, they've done well in the qualifiers, but this is the real work.
That's right.
This is where it starts. Okay. Also on the show, Novak Djokovic and Serena Williams have made winning starts to the defense of their Australian Open titles with straight set victories in round one. Austin, we were discussing earlier, and you said it's a sure thing.
That's right.
For Serena and Djokovic to actually qualify for the second round. But then upsets do happen, but
that's right.
We didn't really expect it to happen with these two guys.
That's right. And I like the way you said it when I was like, come on, Tyler, it's a sure thing. It's not that way with the opponent. I mean, because if you are a lowly ranked player, you're meeting Serena or Novak Djokovic, you know if you beat them, it's a spin for your career. You know, particularly in the first round. So I think I agree with you that it wasn't going to be a sure thing, but I mean, it was expected.
Yeah, well, we expected it. We didn't expect Djokovic or Serena to go out in the first round.
Just imagine what those sort of story that would be.
That would have been massive. I know you would have liked that one.
I know. I'm all about oddity,
Okay, well, why those guys actually cruised through, they were able to cruise through, it was expected, but Caroline Wozniacki, I don't know what happened to her. She is out of the tournament, so that's the big upset this morning coming from the Australian Open. I was thinking she should be able to pick up and at least get herself a Grand Slam, but from the way it's looking, she collapsed in the first round game and she's out of the tournament.
That was going on with Wozniacki and the Grand Slam event, but that's what it is. She will need to wait again.
Who's out again? Cecilia.
I think that's a major one I'm looking at.
Yeah, one of your favorites, upcoming player, Stevens. Yeah,
Stevens. Like after winning, she actually won one of the warm-up games to Australian Open, and she was like she's sending messages to everyone and all that.
A lot of people actually chose her as their dark horse.
Exactly, but at the end of the day, she just couldn't, make it to the second round. So it's also another good one for her. But let's talk tennis now.
We're
talking
still
about
talking
Nigeria.
tennis.
We're still talking tennis, of course. We're coming back to Nigeria. The junior circuits ended, the weekend, and of course, Nigeria dominated that tournament. 9 gold medals that they won, and of course, also about 5 silver. So that's really huge for the Nigerian players. That's what it looks like for the medals table at the end of the 2016 ITF CAT Western Central African Junior Championships. This is a qualifier for the African Junior Championship taking place in March in South Africa.
That's right.
And of course, Nigeria, of course, the host nation, they won the 2014 and 2015 edition. Of course, this
so
one
it's nothing new,
definitely.
Really.
Also, they had to consolidate on that. They won. They finished with 930 points. Of course, Cameroon finished second with 365 points, and Côte d'Ivoire 308 points for Côte d'Ivoire. And of course, the way it ended, some of the selected results we have Christopher Bullis beating Frederick Koulibaly of Côte d'Ivoire 7-6, 4-6, 6-1, and Sulaiman Ibrahim beating Daniel Adele 6-2, 6-1. Of course, Barakat Quadri, she lost her opening game, and of course, right there she got through to the final score, beating Mary Love in the under-16 circuit. 7-5, 6-2, and Adetayo Adetunji, based in South Africa, beating Linda Elenudu of Côte d'Ivoire 6-3, 6-2. So it was all about Nigerian players in the final day. Also, a doubles event, also Nigeria dominated that. At the end of the day, they just clinched everything available, and you even had a point 2 Nigerians meeting in the finals, of course.
That's right.
It's a Nigeria dominating the tournament all in all.
It's really heartwarming, because this is one for the future. We always talk about it, and just as we said in the beginning, that it's time to focus. And when we say time to focus, it goes beyond the players and even creeps into administration administration, and creeps into welfare, into planning. It's a total package now when we say we are going into the main championship. The main championship, you are now meeting those other guys that also defeated other countries to qualify for the main. So nobody is small at that stage.
Exactly. You're going into the main championship where it's no longer West African countries alone. You're meeting South Africa, you're meeting the
East Africa.
Exactly. So it's going to be a lot tougher. So I agree with you when you say it's time to focus. And the players have got to focus on their game and how to improve and how to be ready for the main, for the real deal. And the administrators as well too got to focus, in terms of preparations for these lads. And it's going to be a good one for Nigeria if we actually go to the main competition in South Africa, and mix it up with the best players all around Africa.
Because at that point, it would mean we're sustaining the momentum.
That's what it means.
From what we did in Abuja, we're taking to South Africa. And guys, remember that 2 weeks before this qualifiers got underway in Abuja, the Federation was already writing to the NSC to remind them that, look, there's a big one coming up. We're not even talking about this what we're doing in Abuja.
Yeah, because obviously we're
hosting.
Yeah, so
but please, we don't want to come out, do the best, qualify, and then we start hearing tales by moonlight and all that.
But the good thing is that the NOC president, talking about Habib Gumel, he was there at the finals. Of course, you also have Yakmut, the NSC president, chairman, DG, the National Sports Commission. He was also there watching this player. So having watched them, they definitely know what to do in this particular thing. They know that, okay, these athletes, in March, they will be in South Africa. And before that, they will have to give them maybe 2 weeks training. I mean, they don't have to call all of them. They can just call every player. Then don't have to camp in Nigeria. Just go straight to South Africa, camp there. Then when the tournament starts, they started on a very, very high note.
Can't camp in South Africa, camp in Nigeria.
What matters is
just
make that trip. You get what I'm saying?
I know.
The players have done their jobs now, so it's over to the administrators. And Cecilia is making it sound like the presence of the DG of the National Sports Commission.
You've seen it all.
That's not the ticket. That's not the ticket to the Champions League.
You've already seen the way they play. I mean,
it doesn't mean
you wouldn't want to disappoint these kids, right? You wouldn't want to.
Let's hope that's the case.
You wouldn't want to, because you're looking at, it's a junior circuit, it's not senior. So if for instance, I mean, as a 16-year-old, a 10-year-old, I qualified to go play in South Africa, and you were watching me when I was playing, you're going to tell me you don't have the money. Come on, you won't do that to me. They have to go look for it.
Our weightlifters missed a competition that will give them a place in the Olympics.
What are you talking
about? What are you talking about? The table tennis team, how many times have they missed out on junior circuit?
You can't look at your son or your daughter and say, hey, you can't have this thing. After he has, he or she has worked towards it, they can help it. The NOC can look for money and send these girls and boys to South Africa in March. They've got the whole of February to do that.
Okay. All right.
That's what we hope for. We hope.
Because Sani Danister says the focus right now is on the junior players. So if you're shifting focus to the junior players, they have to do everything possible. They're all big men. They can get the money. Just meet companies and see how they can sponsor these kids. Show them the clip and they'll be happy.
Okay, that's coming from Cecilia, and it's heartwarming. It comes with so much assurance and hope. So, good one coming out of tennis in Nigeria, and I will just hope that the National Sports Commission, the Federation, the NOC, all those involved in sports development will see needs that this is for the future, it's for talent discovery and development, and if we get it right here, then we're building a strong foundation.
That's it.
It's to round it off. It's an opportunity that cannot be missed.
That's right.
Yes.
An opportunity that cannot be missed. And one opportunity that we cannot miss on this show is the news headlines. So let's go over to the news studio where Victor Matthias is standing by. Victor, good to see you again. I see you're keeping fit. What's going on?
Well, what's going on is Channel's football club, the team. We're trying to keep fit because we have something. We also have an opportunity we don't want to miss. We want to win the Swan Cup this time around. So trust me, I have to key into what Taya just said. I mean, it's an opportunity that we won't miss.
And you say this with so much confidence because it's not the NSC that will approve it, right?
Absolutely. It boils down to us to come out to, train, keep fit, and then, do what we got to do when it's time to do what we got to do.
One of those, you're fantastic.
When it's showtime, we'll know.